Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Aldina Rosita Afriana. My student ID is A32019027H. This is the first individual text for the fiction course, namely Criticizing Famous Critics Movie Critical Review. And today I will discuss or I will make some critiques about the film critical review of the film Divergent, written by Brian Eckert. So enjoy watching. And next I will tell you a little brief about this movie, introduction about this movie. So Divergent stars Shailene Woodley as Therese, Theo James as Ford, and Kate Winslet as Janine. This film is adapted from the book series Divergent by Veronica Roth, which has released in 2011. This book has a trilogy called Trilogy Divergent. The first is Divergent, the second is Insurgent, and the last is Allegiant. And since this film released in 2014, Divergent has received 7 awards, including the Favorite Character Award at the 2014 MTV Movie and TV Awards. This film teaches us that courage is not living life without fear, but courage is the ability to face fear and push us forward. Brian gave this film 2 stars, but in his review, he didn't explain the reason why he gave this film 2 stars. Okay, you can check the website. I will write it in the description box to see the critical review from Brian Eger. Okay, I will tell you a little about the plot, character, setting, and conflict in Brian critical review. The first is plot. The plot is explained in sequence and in sufficient detail so that the reader has an idea of how the story of the film goes. The second is character. The character lists are only the main character. Some of the other supporting characters are only mentioned by name without explaining how the characters are. The third is setting. There is only a setting of place and atmosphere in the critical review. In my opinion, the setting of the place is not clearly described. The author only writes in outline. And as for the setting of the atmosphere, it is not clearly defined. There is only an explanation when the Dauntless members are hostile to each other. And the last is conflict. The author gives a little hint about the conflict contained in the film, although only a little, namely the truth of Trish as a diversion and the murder incident at the Dauntless headquarters. So overall, I can understand Brian's opinion quite well, even though Brian can actually read the character from several supporting actors, such as Ford or Caleb. In addition, the author can also give a little picture of how the residents of this fiction. Okay, next, the history of the film Divergent. The author writes down the history of the formation of this film in a quiet detail. He also provides a comparison between this film with the Twilight and Hunger Games films of the same genre and produced by the same production company, Summit Entertainment. Okay, and the last is the idea. The idea written by the author is quite easy to understand. He begins his writing with what genre this film is, whether this film is based on a novel or not, what is the background of the formation of this film, and there is a comparison film so that the readers have an idea before saying this film is entirely. Then process with a little plot, characters, players, audio, visual, film, and notification that there is a second sequel. At the end of the article, the author also adds some additional criticism, such as the film's plot being less developed Then also Brian commented on how the directors of this film, Niall Berger, arranged this film. Okay, so this is that's all my opinion, my critic for critical review movie from a famous critic. Thank you for listening and watching my video. Hopefully there are lessons that you can take from my segment this time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.